Love and lust are not interchangeable, but they are often a part of each other. Hey guys, it's John here in my living room, and I thought I'd hop on and make this quick video. Somebody asked me to do a video on the difference between love, spiritual love, and lust or physical sex. And I thought I'd hop on and do this video because there are unique differences, and yet they do interplay. They do cross. There are lines that are crossed. Spiritual love is a feeling. It's what in the Old Testament, the Adam and Eve story, they ate from the tree of knowledge, they got kicked out of paradise. Well, paradise is a subjective feeling. That feeling of paradise, that nirvana-like experience that you hear about in other spiritual beliefs, that experience of a purely beautiful, free of fear, free of anxiety, that space, our natural baseline, it feels just, it's indescribable, but it feels so authentic. It's like you don't have to worry about anything. You come to this feeling of just so light, so easy. Lust is a driving urge. It's a primal urge. And it's a primal urge in the physical specifically to procreate, to make more people, to make more animals. It's an animalistic sort of urge. Sex, of course, is the act of making that child, making that, procreating and making the species grow. But there is a place where it crosses. You can feel that paradise, that nirvana-like experience in a relationship with someone. And you can feel that love for one another. And sometimes making love is just that, making love, putting love into a physical experience. And that can be a beautiful sexual experience. It's when lust is used as more as an endorphin than as an expression, where we start to have a different experience. People will sometimes use sex for power. People will sometimes use sex to self-gratify because they don't feel good in their lives. Sex becomes this act rather than an expression. And when you look at it from the perspective of sex just being a physical, self-gratifying act, you're not creating that paradise, that nirvana-like experience. You're experiencing a quick endorphin rush, an adrenaline rush, and a dopamine rush. You're creating a drug rush, basically. And but the idea that sex is bad is not, in my opinion, not even remotely true. I think sex is very natural in the physical world, but it's intention behind sex that is where it comes into play. Are you doing it because you just strictly want to have power over someone or make it a conquest over someone else? Or are you truly living it into an expression of, I love this person, and and that person loves me, and we want to have this amazing physical expression of freedom of our physical form together? I've been married 3 times, as many of you know. That's why they call me Triple X, my old joke, right? And I find it interesting how that expression of love can be used in a way that it is not loving at all. People will withhold sex, or they'll use sex as a power over someone else, but that's not loving. That's not spiritual love. That's power, that's conquest. And power and conquest are derived directly from fear. That's a fearful action, right? But when it comes down to having a loving relationship with someone, you can totally, feel that paradise within you, look in their eyes and see that paradise within them, and experience that joint paradise, and then express that physically into the physical world. It really does come down to intention. What is my intention? Am I doing this as an expression of love? Or am I doing this for power, for control, or it's just simply self-gratification? And then you have to assess whether those are just fear-based experiences that you're either subjecting someone else to, or you are hiding from yourself. Because sometimes there's a lot of people I talk to who have sex addiction or porn addiction. Right? That's just self-gratification. That's not creating a loving act with someone else. And the thing is, I often talk about finding that loving partner. People say it's hard to find a loving partner. Well, the very fact that they say it's hard means it's going to be hard. And I say, you really want, what you're really looking for is that unconditional love, that nirvana-like experience, that spiritual love experience. Now, what does that entail? That entails being able to be completely 100% yourself, completely authentic without fear or anxiety, because as the Buddha said, the secret to enlightenment is the eradication of fear. So a truly spiritually loving experience has no fear. It's also present, right? So it comes down to this idea that you have to come to this place of understanding what spiritual love is. And what that is your authentic self without fear. You are connected to this one source that is pure love. And when you are fearless and present, you are experiencing spiritual love. The physical act of sex can be an expression of it, but it's only through it being an expression of love to someone that has that nirvana-like experience with you. But then when you have that physical form, that sexual encounter, and I'm not saying that that's wrong. Many people come together just to self-gratify, right? But and I'm not against sex in any way, shape, or form, unless it's harmful. And then I'm very much against it, because we're here to love one another. And if we're just doing it out of conquest and harm, or we're doing it in hopes of getting someone to love us, love comes first, sex comes second. And if you can put it into that context, I love, and I want to express love, and I want to be love without harming others. I want to go through this world leaving a positive wake behind my boat. And that's kind of the key to this, is love one another by just looking at each other, respecting each other, and accepting their authentic self, and enhancing their life. And that's my thought on this, guys. You guys have a great day, and I'll talk to you soon. See ya.